Hello and welcome to Reading and Writing 2. I'm really glad you're here. I wanted to take you through just some initial things about this course. And if you have found me, you've already gone to content. And we're looking at Start Here. I just wanted to talk through a few of the things in Start Here and go over what's really important. If you go through each of these, you're going to see information about me. Hi, I'm Colleen. I'm really happy to meet you. I'm looking forward to it. I'm a native Oregonian. You can read a little bit more about me in here and my email address. Course information, this is just going over the basics of what you need to know. Class times are Monday and Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 8:50 p.m. You can attend at Willow Creek in room 205, or you can attend via Zoom. And the Zoom you will find up here in this navigation and see the dates and links for the course. We will not need any textbooks for this class. It's just going to be things that are already on D2L or papers that I will hand out if you attend in person. All the assignments are up here under assignments. They also are in the course week by week. We have about one assignment per class. None of them should take terribly long, except for maybe the last couple assignments where we're going to be putting together entire essays. But most of them are things that you have time to complete during the class time. My idea is to not have you do things outside of class necessarily. I know we all have busy lives and jobs, so that is kind of the goal. This class does not give regular grades because you do not get actual credit for the class, like college credits. So it's just it's a progress checkup, whether you have completed the things that you need to be ready to kind of take your GED test, or if you haven't and maybe should take the class again. That's basically where it goes. It's something we have a conversation about, and no surprises there. The best way to do well in this class is attend. That is absolutely true. And part of why I'm walking through this with you is because I want to make sure that people understand how to get around inside this course so that you can find what you need when you're absent. It's going to be made really easy for you to be able to make up work and not miss anything at all if you are absent from class. You can follow along in this D2L shell, see videos of what we've talked about in class, get the assignments, so you should be able to keep up with the class even when you have to miss. Students who attend 80% of the class are eligible to receive GED vouchers. I really want to make sure that anybody that needs and wants them gets them paid for. So please attend and or just send me a note that you can't and that you're going to do the stuff online. The last thing here is note taking. It's super important. It's going to help you so much if you take your own notes. It will help you be prepared for the exam when you have time. If you're able to print things out, there's a lot in D2L that you can print out for notes as well, or worksheets to work on, but you can also follow along with it without a printer. Let me go back to Start Here and pick out just a couple other things that are really important. Student resources, there's some great stuff here. Technology support if you're having any trouble accessing anything or trying to make things happen on the computer through PCC, there's a lot of support out here for you. There's also student life support and accessibility resources. So please check all those out. PCC is a fantastic resource. There's also tutoring available. That's really important too. And I want to make sure that you utilize PCC's tutoring if you need it. The other thing that I'd like to point out is we are going to create some GED accounts in here, but you will need to pay attention to your My PCC account. If you've logged on and you're watching this, then you were successful logging in, but there are different times that you need it. So please write down your login and password somewhere. I do not have that information, so that's not something I can help you with, but you might need it again and again. So if you need any help getting into anything in My PCC, please visit IT support. The other thing that I also want to draw your attention to is a student ID. Not everyone has a student ID. I recommend that you take the time to get it. It enables you to check out books from the library, to check out a Chromebook or laptop from the library, and have that for an extended period of time. But even more than that, your student ID can get you discounts at many unexpected places. Transportation, grocery stores, just all sorts of museums, sports events, all sorts of things. If you have a student ID, you should always ask. I know I get discount art supplies because I have student and or teacher ID, and they're really valuable. So there's a list here of where you can get it and when. It does not cost anything, so please pick yourself up a student ID. The class calendar down here, just in case you're interested in knowing what we're going to do week by week or double check the assignments, you can see the weeks that they fall in and when they're due. And the syllabus we have as a printable version. If you want to print that out and refer to it, we go over it the first day in class. So it's just mostly school policies. And you'll find out what that's all about if you print it out. Open it up and look at it. Using this D2L class, I'd like to point out a couple of the icons that I use. So each day in class, the symbols that I have next to the things that we're going to do help you know what your expectation is. If it has a little puzzle symbol, it's an activity. This is something that we are doing together in class. It is not something that you need to turn in. If there is an assignment symbol, that's usually at the very end of the lesson for the day. That is something that you have to turn in. The lesson is either going to be me talking, a presentation slideshow, or go along with some other information. And we have things that are just readings or handouts for you to review, and a video. So this is the biggest thing to pay attention to. People often are working on activities and they might be doing it at home if they've missed a class, or even if we're following along in class, sometimes people think that they need to turn in more than they need to. The activities are purely for you. We're going to kind of go over the activity and the answers together. I do not need to have those. Only the assignments are the things that get turned in. So let's look at what that looks like in here. If we go to content, we're underneath the resources here, and you can see that all courses at PCC are broken out by weeks. So we have 2 classes each week. So if we pick on any one of these, I'll get a little deeper in here so we can see what it looks like. We will see the title for the things happening that week, an overview of what we're going to talk about, and then we'll have 2 pages. This would be the Monday class, this would be the Wednesday class, and when we open it up, then we'll see all of those icons and information in here about what we're going to do that day and how we're going to do it. And then you can see at the end we've got the assignment. So that's a pretty standard example kind of what you'll see in here under content. Again, you can find all the assignments listed one more time over here, and you will be able to see your grades as things get graded. So that's just a little kickoff. We'll talk more about the class structure in class, but I just wanted to give you an early heads up. Always reach out if you have questions. Looking forward to getting to know all of you. Thanks.